When the war in Ukraine broke out, Rabbi Pinchas Goldschmidt, the chief rabbi of Moscow and the president of the Conference of European Rabbis, took the courageous step of refusing to abide by what the Kremlin wanted him to say. And he paid a price. After 30 years in Russia, Rabbi Goldschmidt was forced into exile. Shh. Rabbi Goldschmidt cannot be with us today, so it's a pleasure to invite onto stage another Rabbi Goldschmidt, his son. Rabbi Benjamin Goldschmidt is from the Alt-Nu Synagogue here in New York, and if you're looking for a synagogue on the east side, I strongly recommend, recently founded, already has 250 people or families. But anyhow, Rabbi Benjamin Goldschmidt, he'll give you more information, will receive the prize in appreciation of his father's tireless efforts on behalf of Ukrainian refugees. Please join me in welcoming Rabbi Benjamin Goldschmidt.
It's an honor to accept this award on behalf of Avi Mori, my father and my teacher, Chief Rabbi Pinchas Goldschmidt. Do you have a rabbi? Does your rabbi inspire you? I was very lucky to grow up. You know, Benny Begin was once asked, how is it to grow up in the shadow of such a great father? And he responded, why don't you ask me, how was it to grow up in the light of such a great father? This February, when Ukraine was invaded and millions have fled to the western border of the country seeking for refuge, one of the only silver linings was to see the incredible response of Jewish communities throughout the world who joined forces together to provide food and refuge and homes for the Jewish and all refugees coming out of Ukraine. You see, our Torah is supposed to be a Torah Chesed and a Torah Emet. Rabbis are not only responsible to make sure that the food is kosher, but also to make sure that people have food to eat. Rabbis are not only responsible to preach from the pulpit, but they're obligated to live by the values that they preach, Torah Emet. And at great personal sacrifice, my father, together with the Milner Foundation, have spent millions of dollars in helping refugees from Ukraine throughout Europe. In addition, he took a personal station, have spent millions of dollars in helping refugees from Ukraine throughout Europe. In addition, he took a personal stance, encouraging Jews in distress in Russia as well, that it's time perhaps to seek refuge. There's a time when it's time to go to Eretz Yisrael, to Medinat Yisrael. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take advantage of this opportunity, of this great inspiring moment. As Chief Rabbi Lau said, we always knew how to die together. Let us learn how to live together. Let us take this moment that Jews in Ukraine have seen the kindness of Jews from New York, from Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, from Paris, London, Vienna, and Amsterdam, who've opened their homes to allow people to enter and to give them a hope for a new start. And this Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, may we be blessed to have leaders and rabbis who inspire us, who lead with integrity. And on a personal note, I would like to thank my father. You know, there are very few rabbis' sons who become rabbis. The first question a rabbi's son is asked, how much did it cost you in therapy? It's still costing me, so I cannot give you the answer. But I want to thank my father for inspiring me and many others throughout the world, specifically and especially, not only with 30 years of leadership in Moscow, but specifically this year, as he took a stand. I want to say thank you, and thank you everyone so much for giving me your attention. Shana Tova.